gonna be watching Predator Killer of Killers, and yeah, it's a whole new setup in a way. Now I'm doing this in the dark because the light is behind me. Like I'm using my room light, and so it completely washes out my face from the back, and so my face is completely dark. And I also kind of do this during the day because it's super light. However, I will try um maybe the next upload to try and do it during the day. I just want to see how the lighting's gonna look. And yeah, I hope it looks good. I did buy a webcam, like I said, I was on my post, and I've had this microphone for the longest time ever. So things are set up in this way because I wanted to try and increase my watch time a bit, because it's kind of bad, to be honest, because people don't expect the type of videos that I make when it comes to reactions with movie reactions. So I hope this works, and yeah, I'll change if it doesn't. Anyways, let's begin. Oh, did she not say she was gonna give them like an honorable death? Like what? Ma'am, that was crazy. That was Jeez, the cut. Okay. Is he not right though? I don't know about Viking history, but he's not right that if you were to kill an unarmed man who's pretty much like your prisoner at this point, that it's like a sin in Viking terms. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you know anything about Viking era, tradition, history. I find that stuff pretty interesting. There was someone who commented on Slumdog Millionaire about just the whole situation that is based off of the movie, and that was super interesting. So tell me, if you have anything about Viking history that may validate or even contradict this movie. I know it's an animated Predator movie, but they're showing so much of this that I care about what this is. If they did this for like the boat scene and then it's the Predator, then I wouldn't have cared as much. Okay, so his arc is gonna be I'm gonna have to kill the Predator. Got it. What the heck? Bro, that was not it. You don't do that to your daughter. You don't have your daughter kill you and scream avenge me. Why would you do that? Now I understand why the ladies like this. That's crazy. You do not do that to your daughter. I don't care what you believe in. That is wild. That is trauma beyond trauma. Only for this guy to leave, and I guess they're chasing him. Why is the predator here? Because this is weird. Like, we have this whole overarching thing going on. Remember Predator 1? Where it was about finding this mysterious, not mysterious, but like finding the enemy where they were behind enemy lines in a way. And as they were trying to track these guys down, the predator was there and the predator killed everybody. Is it going to be the same thing? Because this is kind of distracting. They're doing too much with the backstory thing. I guess they're doing it so we like the characters. But again, Predator 1 didn't really do anything like this, and it kind of feels like it's trying to emulate Predator 1. But yeah, I want to get some Predators, but because this movie is short, by the way. There are an hour and 17 minutes left. So, and I don't think the whole hour is going to be pure action. If it is, that's great, but the flames look beautiful. She's like a Marvel character. I wanted to pause, but oh my days. Oh, that was cool. That was okay. 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 That effect looked bad because when he's stepping on the ground, it's kind of like it's cloth with a soft underbelly. So when he steps on it, it makes an imprint. It doesn't look like snow at all. It doesn't look like cement. It doesn't look like anything except a cloth. You know a cloth that's on a pillow, and then when you step on it, it makes that imprint with your foot? That was a bad effect. They really should have focused on this. In fact, this is where They should have showed his thermal vision. This is where they should have done it, not prior. Before it was not. This is definitely the spot they should have done it. That effect was bad. You know, I get it. You're trying to again. Did it happen in Predator One? I don't think that happened in Predator One with the imprint. Like he's doing it. Maybe his footprints, but not him actively doing it. But yeah, they should have just done this with Predator One. Are the heads still hot? And the limbs? Is that real? Doesn't it like instantly get cold because blood is not flowing through it? I would understand the head because it has a brain in it. And maybe the torso because the heart would still be pumping until it stops. But it's been a couple of seconds already, if not minutes or a minute. So again, I would like to know because I find this stuff interesting. I don't care if this was accurate or not. I'm just wondering. Oh, so I see what they've done here. So Zorin is like the fun. Okay, so they've basically done a bit of an 11-minute mini story to set up why this lady or Zorin deserves to fight the Predator. And the Predator is going to be there to observe the whole thing like, oh, who should I fight? Okay, I see what they've done. I don't really agree with how dragged on it is. I feel like some of the stuff should have just been told, but I get it. Like the whole boat scene at the beginning, I guess it's to establish the relationship she has, but I feel like the visual cues, the fact that she's standing in front, this whole fight scene would have been so interesting if we didn't have the boat scene. It would be like, oh, this lady's the leader. It would have even been more condensed efficiently, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Yo, that's a Viking predator. that's, a, that's a Viking predator. Isn't this the Predator from Predator? What was it? Was it just called Predator? Like the 2021? No, the 2020, like one, like the one from the 2020s. Was it not Predator? Oh, Predator something. Was it Predator Kills? No. I forgot, but yeah, it's the Predator from that Predator. I hate this design. It's dumb. I understand it in the animated Viking movie though. But again, it's not about how big you are. It's about how you can use your actual muscles and intelligence, but whatever. Okay, so a few things that are very strange here. The predator gets pierced by the stick thing and there's no acid. And that also means that the predator's skin is incredibly soft because yes, humans can get stabbed by sticks, but you would need to put on so much force and the stick needs to be so stable. Because that just looked like a stick, or was that like a weird knife? Even if it was, I don't like how easy that was for the predator. And also, there was no acid, but oh wait, no, 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 no. What am I talking about? The predator doesn't have acid. It's the xenomorph. Sorry, I'm, you know, I'm remembering Predator versus Requiem, which is one of the worst things I've ever seen. I remember that. So no, okay, it doesn't have acid. It's green blood. I don't like how stupid this predator is. I don't. Bro, ever since Predator 2, Predator has lost its way. Just like ever since Aliens, I understand both films are beloved by a lot of people, but they went from a different type of movie that wasn't so action heavy. Predator was a lot better from Predator to Predator 2. But Alien to Aliens, like the difference in the entire tone, the difference in everything about the movie kind of worked obviously, but it led to the entire series of movies becoming anything because you don't need to thematically or tonally connect to the last one. And now we have this. Like imagine going from Predator 1 to this. You know what I mean? Like the tone is crazy different. Yes, Predator 1 had action scenes, but this is insane. But, I hate this type of Predator design. Clearly he's going to be outsmarted by these two. I get kind of why they made him stupid in a way. Like stupid as in just made him like Doomsday because it wouldn't make sense if that predator was of the same intelligence as Predator 1. They would just have instantly died. It would have used the cannon, laser cannon thing, or whatever that cannon thing is on his shoulder to just explode them. And again, I just like how Predator 1 did it because it was true, far more true to the actual quote of the beginning of this movie, because that predator was just a lot better than this. Because he slowly killed them one by one, allowed them to panic, allowed them to build up some form of plan against him, just to show him how powerful he is. That's why the showdown at the end makes sense, because he literally acts like a warrior. He's just acting like Doomsday. He's just acting like Doomsday who's just gonna slaughter everybody. How are they gonna run away from this? Let's see. You see what I... Bruv, the kid threw the spear, and that's what I wanted from the stick or whatever that lady had. Like, I wanted her to obviously pierce the skin, but then struggle because of all the muscle, and then have the predator be like, while she's trying to push through, and bang, kill her. Not what happened. And then that happens, he throws the spear and it gets stuck in the chest. Why don't you just do that for the first... Whatever. Oh, the ice. That was a very, very cool touch for him to do that thing. But then the ice, because it's slippery, the force pushes him back, which shows how much power he has to do that and just be standing still on a surface that has more friction. That's really cool. I really don't like this Predator design, bro. I really don't, but like he's literally Doomsday Predator. You know when Joker from the Batman versus Superman, or was it Lex? Sorry, you know when Lex took his DNA and mixed it in with like Kryptonian. Literally, does this not look close to that thing? Except the head is different. Like, why? Why do this? Look at him. He looks like a Hulk villain. That's what he looks like. Okay, so the first time he did that, it blew up the shield. Now people will obviously say, well, it's underwater, and therefore the blast and the force is lessened. But then it's close range this time. Remember how far that other one was? This one is close range, and it has the same blowback effect that it did when he was above ground. Like, he didn't slowly go back either to show that the force is not that crazy. And she flew all the way up out of the water. So why is her shield okay? Why is her arms okay? Bro, like, it lessens the effect of whatever that thing is, because he's done it several times now, and all it has done is destroy a shield and blow back a kid. Even though it was shown to rip off a dude's head, like when he does that. So the fight mechanics are not mechanicking. Oh my days. Ooh, that's like a painting. Wow. Wait, he did for real? Hold on, he did for real. He did. What? Okay, big up on the movie for that. Big up on the movie for that. He actually did. He better not come back, bro. He better not come back. Unless if they're doing that thing of he is fainting from the pain, but then his eyes. Bro, if he's actually dead, that is insane. That's an insane twist. Okay. The twists in this movie are not bad at all. It's just the fight mechanic execution is just not executioning. But everything else has not been that bad at all. It's just the fight mechanics, man. Which is important for this movie. Wow, he did for real. Wait, what? I mean, that sets up an amazing end battle. End battle? Final fight. Oh, that's really cool. Like different cultures and how they fight and who's the actual winner. It's cool. Japan 1609. Japan 1609. Does that make sense? Japan 1609? With the time period of Vikings? I don't know. Any history people out there, if you know anything, even if you're not a history person, tell me. Because I have no clue. Like, was it at the same time the samurais and the Vikings? I mean, it's not impossible. I'm not refuting it. I'm just wondering, you know. Is he gonna make them fight each other? This nasty old man. Oh, for the head samurai, I'm guessing. So that was the dad, and this was the brother. Okay, that's wild. Oh, the shot, man. Oh my word, bro. They went crazy with Japan. He looks. Ooh, is that the Predator? Oh, that. Okay, this Predator looks sick. The other one was garbage. This one looks sick. That whole killing sequence was amazing. Oh my. That was so amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was amazing. That whole fight, like, you see instantly the fight mechanics are better. And fight mechanics just means the way that the fight plays out. It makes sense, it's logical, you know. He's actually struggling to try and hold people back. People aren't just standing there doing nothing, and he has to combat them in ingenious ways. And in the end, they still ring the bell. Fantastic, bro. Why is the Japanese samurai stuff better than the Viking stuff? What's going on? Why is he trying to kill his brother though? That I do want an explanation for. I love how he's putting on pieces of the armor as he's fighting. It's symbolic as well because his dad approved of him. I'm quiet now because things are getting more and more serious, and I'm just fascinated by the choreography of the fight, the animation, obviously. It's so good, man. Oh my oh my days, this was sick. He won this time. He won this time. He did. Ooh. Look at the tears coming up. Oh man. Like without a single word said, bro, except for the dad, dude. Actually, no, the dad didn't say nothing. Oh my di- Oh, this Predator is better. He's better. Oh, his fist is a whole grappling hook. Oh my, look at him. Why did they go crazy on this Predator but not the last one? Oh, oh, his brother's alive because he fell from the water? Oh my days. This story is so much. Why did we not start with this story than the Viking one? This story is so much better. Are you kidding me? And obviously obviously animation type logic, anime logic, cartoon logic. Obviously, those are two different things. But cartoon logic, where you can just fall into water from great distances and it doesn't matter, great height. I mean, it's not realistic, obviously, but what a sick tie into the brother actually being alive. That is so sick. Wow, I'm happy. And now they have to reconcile and fight together because the dad split them up, and that's why the arm came from the dad's mouth. Why did they cook with this story but not the first one? Hmm? When you just focus on making a great fight and a great story, and that's all you focus on, this is what happens. This fight, bro, this whole fight and just team, like tag team, I'm speechless. This is really good, man. Oh, bruh. Why did they cook on this story? Why did y'all neglect the first one to cook on this one? I'm kind of mad, but kind of not, because this is fantastic. Y'all, why didn't y'all swap them as well? Because I feel like that this one would have been a great draw for that one. Again, unless if the timelines are like this, and so they're starting at the bottom, like the Vikings, and then the Samurai, and then I don't know who next. If the timelines are like this, like I said, I don't know. But wow. And I'm an anime head. I enjoy anime a lot. I enjoy some aspects of Japanese culture, not all. I'm not gonna be like that. Some parts of Japanese culture are terrible. But this is just magnifique. Oh my, bro, why did they cook? Why did they cook for no reason, bro? Oh my days. They started us off with sloppy joes and went to like Michelin restaurants, bro. Like, why did they do that? That was insane. Not to say sloppy joes are bad. I've never had them, but you know what I mean. Like it has some slop in there, and then they took us to some beautifully cooked, precise, clean food. Just things you've not even encountered. We've encountered stuff like this before. So not Michelin, but like those 5-star restaurants where you need that classical burger or ribs, and it tastes so good every time. Why did y'all not do this? Why? I hope the next story coming up, we're running out of time, but the next one coming up, if there is a next one, is as good as this one. Or at least like 70% is good. Like you don't gotta be 100%, but come on. What? What time is this? So we're time traveling? Because this is time travel now. Now we're time traveling. Okay, so it was like this. It was the Viking samurai and then this. Okay. Oh, he's like a... That's interesting. He's gonna be a pilot? Okay. Again, this is just not needed, bro. Like this is just not needed. Because why do this? Like you saw with the samurai one. Did we need a montage of them being brothers and them loving each other? Obviously, we knew that already. That's why the other brother didn't want to fight him and the other brother hesitated. Good storytelling. Do we need to see a montage of them training? No. Do we need to see a montage of the brother becoming a shogun? No. We didn't need to see none of. Do we need to see the relationship of the brother and the dad and how it was affected by the other brother running away and how he felt? No. We saw all of that in the end. Like, why? I know they're trying to run down the time, but bro, ay, yikes. Ooh, that's kind of an amazing point. It's like a car, like a racer, not knowing how to fix a car. This is actually an amazing point. Obviously, the more complicated things he probably can't do, but like the basics of not flooding the engine, he would have to know how because he's a racer. Oh, that's a good point. Oh my days, this is not like F1 and that obviously that has engineers. This is like someone from the rally not knowing how to fix a car, like the basics of a car, not knowing how to change a tire. That's a great point. Oh my days. Okay. That was nice. That was nice. Oh, they're gonna think like it's an invasion. Can you imagine if this was real? Like, imagine if back in the day they did find aliens and the aliens just slaughtered them and flew off, and the government was just like, yeah, it was just the enemy, or they never even talked about it because they were like on the outskirts and it was back in the day where there wasn't like a bunch of satellites everywhere. Like, that's interesting. That's an interesting take. But yeah, this is an interesting take of a fight where it's gonna be from his perspective of him flying a plane. Okay. Even though we kind of built up the story a little bit, I feel like you could cut out the dad segment. You really could have. You could have had him starting from this point immediately. That would have made things better, but let's see how it plays out. That's a good captain. He's like, I'm gonna go fight a war, but bro, fix that engine. That's a good captain, man. He cares about his people. What the heck? Brother, what if it's a giant torpedo and it just explodes? Or like a nuke? Are you crazy? Hold on. Actually, I just thought of something. So, the spaceship wielding predator wants to see who's the best plane fighter against a spaceship with planes from the 1940s. Um, that sounds unhinged. That sounds dumb, doesn't it? Like, you have a spaceship, you've been observing Earth to know that this is happening. You know the mechanics of their planes, and you want to fight them? That's just going back to the first Predator in a way, because that Predator was just like, oh, let's box, and there was, I guess it continues the code, but now Predators are trying to fight people with airplanes, with spaceships. That's like saying if a Predator had like a car type spaceship, they would then want to fight against tanks and gorillas and those type of cars, the armored cars. That's kind of dumb. That's okay. Suspension of disbelief, I guess. It's just, bro, you're fighting with a spaceship against a 1940s plane. Okay. So, like, what type of weird looking predator is that? What did I say? It's a 1940s plane, bro. It took one grappling hook weapon and the plane's done because it's 1940s against alien tech. So I guess that, like, the odds are pretty insane. Again, that's a weird looking predator. This just looks like a Star Wars. That literally looks like a Star Wars alien from the Clone Wars. I'm not even joking. Like, that does not look like a predator. So the first predator looked like a Hulk villain, and this predator looks like they belong in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. The best design is the samurai one. Why did they do that? I feel like they could have done far more cooler things with both for the time period and the aesthetics. But are we trying to say that the predator evolved into this? Or is that, you know what, that's my theory. Never mind. I'm being for real right now. It's just so dumb. And I knew it. Look, we started off at like, there were 40 minutes left. Now it's nearly at 30. Oh my day, but that is so stupid. Bro, what? What? If something like this happened back in the day, whoever did this, you're insane. You're insane. But I just don't think this would happen. But if it did, correct me in the comments because this is wild, bro. This is wild. Buddy is like, what is this logic? It's on fire. Bro, this is like a whole video game. Like, this is so nonsensical, bro. I just look at the things. I was just praising it and saying, just look like they're faster in a way because they're smaller. They can maneuver through the air. They don't have to turn and take a long time on the turn because of the radius is much smaller. Never mind, because he just shot out a crazy like not a net weapon that just tore his friend to shreds. Um, Again, if this alien wanted, it could have won already. But we're gonna use the first code and be like, well, they're just trying to toy around with them. Out of all the planes in this era, I get maybe he destroyed the other ones already. I don't know. Because I feel like there were bigger ones in this era. Oh, I just noticed that every single fight involves a pair. So the Vikings, we had the mom and the son. With the samurai, we had the brothers, and with these two, we have the student and the master. Oh, there must be some theme in there, but I guess it's about loss and having to lose one person in order to continue the fight. I guess that's what the theme is. I don't know. I dear me. Oh my days. This looks amazing, but I don't get his sacrifice. Why did you do that? You could have just been fine. Why did you sacrifice yourself? That made no sense. Why did you Why did you do that? Because when you turn your engines off, because Torres was alone the first time he discovered this. So if you turn your engines off, it cannot see because it's using thermal. That's what he was trying to say. So you could have both shut it off. It would have continued flying looking for y'all. And okay. Bro, are we serious? We're gonna say like a 1940s like whip. Okay. He just rips. Just rips him. He just rips him. What is this predator, man? What is this predator? Like, what are you doing? The whole MO of predators is that they're smart and intelligent and calculating. I know Requiem kind of ruined them, and like Predator versus Aliens, I know those movies like did them a huge disservice, and then after that it was nonsense. Oh, bro, like what? This cannot be for Predator fans. Because the second one you can say, yeah, it was. The other ones, it feels like they're trying to introduce Predator to kids, you know, and they're trying to, that's why it's so beautiful visually. And they had such a budget and focus for the visuals because everything else is just like, huh? So strange, man. Like, so weird, dude. Like the whole focus here is just kids. That's why they didn't care too much about the designs. Are they gonna try and sell toys as well? Because they could sell this as a toy or like a Lego, like building it up like Legos. They could do that. Like this is crazy. What's that? Okay, I'm gonna give him this, right? I'm gonna give him this. That one was a better conclusion than what I thought. I thought they were gonna do 1940s plane, just gonna have weapon to hit it. Even though it hit through the engine, I feel like a better way would have been him trying to hit it and there's no effect and he's like, geez, what am I gonna do? And then he has the idea of, wait, I can fly through enemy lines. I feel like that would have been a lot more effective. But still, this is a far better conclusion even though weaponry from the 40s should not damage a hyper, like light speed spaceship that's of that size with those type of weapons. Also, why did the ship not focus on all the other fire around? Hold on a minute. So the entire focus of this thing is that it sees fire. Why did it not turn around to fight the other people? Or at least like did it get distracted by the fire from the other people? I don't. Maybe it did. Maybe I don't know. I did not see that at all because it would have been cool if there was like explosions like that and it was just seeing flashes on the screen and maybe that's what it saw and it couldn't pinpoint anything and then it got hit. But yeah, again, the second one was better. This one I would say was better than the Viking one because there's a lot less crazy logic that exists or just physics defying things where it's like, bro, what is happening? I would say the engine cooling off that quickly when it's obviously metal and metal conducts heat quite a lot and the heat would be on it for a lot longer than it is. That would be the only thing. And the last thing I said about it seeing heat, and that's pretty much it. Everything else has been solid. So, apart from the 1940 weaponry, but apart from all those four criticisms, and it is four because it's the weaponry, the thermal vision, the whole thing of him shooting at the engine that could have been left out, and just the Predator overall has just been dumb. But yeah, apart from all that stuff, okay. Oh, it didn't end? Okay, big up, big up. It did not end. Big up. Okay, oh my days. Okay, that was really cool. I acknowledge it. That was really cool. Okay, that last part was really cool. I like it. I like that the whole engine thing, flooding the engine go. This one, okay, so the ranking is the Samurai number one, this one definitely number two, and then that one. Why did they start off with the worst one out of all of them? It was so weird. Like, you could have put it in the middle, maybe? That would have softened the blow a lot because we still would have had faith. Like, put the Samurai one first, do this one. Ah, they couldn't because they're doing time period things. They're going through the timelines. Oh, okay. They should have made it better. Brother, you know what this is. You killed an alien. Like, come on now. Run. The crops. Come on, dude. Now predators do crop circles? Why? Alright, this was marketed towards kids, bro. Like, why would you... They're not the crop circle type. They're not the grays. Why would you put a crop... Oh. So the explanation is not time travel. It's cryogenesis. Okay. So they put those people in there for that long. And I guess that's why they have those visions, because they literally were stolen way earlier in time. They were put in cryogenic sleep for centuries. Okay. Alright. That's a good explanation. That's very good. Can you have a better reaction to what's happening? But he's like, his reaction is so nonchalant, bro. I know you fought an alien, but you're on a ship of aliens of the same type, and you don't know when or where you are, and your reaction is just like what is that react? Bro, reactions are so important in storytelling because if your characters don't act like this is serious, we don't take it as seriously. Because we know, our brain in the back of our heads, we know this is not real. So if the characters don't act like it's not real, you're awakening that little part back there. You're waking it up, awakening. You're waking it up to the front of our head like, oh yeah, this is kind of not real. And then breaks immersion. Can you act serious, please? Like, what is that act? What is that reaction? You're on an alien spaceship, dude. Come on, at least these two have been here for a while, so I understand them continuously having the PTSD. What's your excuse, my brother? And you should freak out the most, because you're the most attached from any supernatural type thing. Like this is crazy. You know what I mean? The other two at least come from times when the belief of supernatural stuff was a lot higher, and the phenomenons were a lot more frequent in terms of not like them not being explained as well as in your time. So you should be freaking out a lot more. Like, I know we still had heavy Christianity, obviously back in the 1940s. That was a lot more towards the moralistic side, but that's the point. It was not the supernatural beginning side back in Nazareth. It wasn't like that. So you should be freaking out a whole lot more, man, than what you're doing. Anyways, my explanation is characters need to act like what's happening matters. What? What is this, man? The Predator. Look at this stupid looking video game Predator. This is so goofy. He's like Shao Kahn. It's just this like Mortal Kombat, bro. He's like Shao Kahn. Bro, look. This is so goofy, dude. This is so goofy, man. I thought the Predator would like, I don't know, like face them by himself in a better location. This really looks like Mortal Kombat. This looks like someone who's a fan of Mortal Kombat and a Predator fan. It was like, I'm gonna try and make them one thing and just made a King Predator Shao Kahn. Actually, this is like Mortal Kombat because they come from different times. And basically, it's like different universes in a way, but they come from different timelines, different cultures. They have different types of weapons, fighting. We're just watching Mortal Kombat. We're watching Mortal Kombat 2. That's what we're watching. Like, really? Really? Out of all the things you could have done, you took a Mortal Kombat type plot and put predators in it. How is Taurus gonna fight without a plane? This is so dumb, bro. And then, like, Shao Kahn Predator. This is so dumb. Is he gonna be in the next Mortal Kombat games, like, as a playable character? Because I will laugh so hard if that happens. That's not fair, bro. What? Bro, that just makes the Predators dumber. They couldn't tell the difference between a 1940s gun and a 1715 gun? Like, huh? This is whack, bro. I can't lie. This is a very disappointing ending. Like, really? I care about the Japanese guy, but it's clear that Torres will become the dude who wins because he has such a dumb weapon. To kill him off would be a surprise to me at this point. Because one, why give him a weapon that's not his if he's not going to be the one to win in the end? Like, what are we doing, man? You couldn't give him an actual. Why would the Predator not know that when one of his guys went to the time? And it's so easy to find weapons from the 1940s, not only during the time, but also post the entire event. Like antique shops potentially, if they're selling a certain special kind from the war. Even antique shops, like you could go to like gun stores. Like, what is this? Japanese dude is my boy. He's the best character in the movie by a country mile. I would love to see him killing predators, actually. Make Predator Kill of Killers 2 be him, be like John Wick murdering predators and just speaking Japanese. That would be amazing. Bro, how is that even fair? Like, the entire point is for them to fight each other. It's meant to be killer versus Oh my days. How is that fair, dude? That makes no sense. That is not fair at all. Because that thing just killed one of his number one guards for whatever this thing is. So, how is it fair? What if it kills all of them? I guess you just automatically win. This guy is legit like Shao Kahn. Except Shao Kahn actually deserves the hype. This guy doesn't because probably a lot of humans and other species have been killed by this thing. And he was like, oh, they're not strong enough. They're not as strong as me. And yes, he might have killed one of these things by himself, but that's the thing. He was alone. These guys are fighting each other. I don't see a scenario where he's fighting other people and this thing and wins. And even if that's the case, he's a supernatural alien. Like, he's not supernatural, he's a superhumanoid type creature. Like, huh? What? He did dead? He did. Wait, what? He did? Okay, so alright, prediction. She's gonna cut through his stomach and Buddy gonna pour out, right? That goofy nonsense, especially since we're appealing to kids. And I know there's been kind of gore. But like, bro, like what adult is taking this movie seriously at this point? Like for real. Like what adult thinks this is gonna get a sequel? You know what I mean? Like I don't see how people who watched the first Predator are going to, and I'm talking about when it came out, would enjoy this. Or Predator 2. I don't think they would enjoy this because it's so dumb at the end and throughout as well with certain choices and certain things. Like they've diminished what the Predator was greatly. I just don't see how that's gonna happen. And bro, this man shot at her shield and she thought it's Anders. What? We're being for real. We are doing that. Look at when this thing is paused. It looks like an actual video game. That's crazy, bro. So the budget went into the into the scenic shots and the samurai fight. It didn't go to the ending. Ay, ay, ay. And also, like, why? You didn't have to have the guy get devoured. What is this thing's mouth? Is its mouth like here? Yeah, it's here. That's crazy. But that didn't have to happen at all. That was so stupid. That was so like what would have happened if the dude wasn't eating the predator? Then it would be done, right? Yeah, yeah. And where's the samurai? Bro, what are we doing? Why are we bringing out Star Wars flying bike things? What are we why? Why with this evil looking Shao Kahn idiot this oh my oh my days, dude. I'm I'm legit a Predator fan and this is pissing me off. I was expecting the samurai stuff to be consistent as in just cool fights, short stories, kind of like what The Matrix did with Animatrix, where they had like little short stories about how we ended up to the world of The Matrix. I thought it would be something like that. Not, what is this, man? Like, what is this? What is this nonsense? If it was just these three against Shao Kahn Predator, that would have been great. Bro, this is so forced. This is so forced. Like, why they fight? I get it. Oh, language barrier, whoopee. But why doesn't she have this sense of, if we had fought together, that kid wouldn't have died? Where is that logic? Why is her logic, oh, well, you know what? The kid dead, so I'm gonna take you to where they're at so that you can send a message. You struggled to kill this thing, and if it was not for the samurai, legit, you would have died as well. And you think you can face Shao Kahn Predator? Okay. I don't even know what that means. That's why I love him. That's why I love him. He's the best character in this whole movie, man. And he reminds me a lot of Sifu, actually, the game. So, yeah. Genuinely, if it wasn't for this character, I would be enjoying this far less. Oh, that's actually very good character writing for her to want to fight in battle because Vikings believe that if you fight in battle and die honorably, that you go to Valhalla, right? Yeah, you go to Valhalla. Oh, that's good character writing. Okay. Still, I prefer this character over her, but I understand why she's doing what she's doing. That's really cool, character writing, and with him just being like, "Nah, bro, we're both dying. I'm not fighting you," and dying with honor. That's cool. It's a cool contrast to what both consider honor to be like and how it's presented. Why is he just? Why is he just? Why is he just walking, bro? It's legit like he's trying to aura farm. Why is he just walking like that? Oh yeah, bro. This movie's so good. Like the dude's arm just got cut off, and he's trying to aura farm. He's just trying to look so cool to his, his peeps, his bros, his minions, his henchmen. Oh my days, bro. For a moment there, that was really nice until that happened. Why did we have to cut off his arm again? I That was good writing. That was very good writing. For her to be like, "Do not avenge me," that was good. Okay, that was nice. I was gonna say, dude, dude, is there gonna be a space fight now? Look at him, Orifort. He's so annoying. Oh my word. Stop Orifort, dude. Man, I've a few things to say about that one. As a Predator fan, yeah, the Predators were not really Predators except for the second one, which felt a lot more like a Predator in terms of using invisibility a lot more, trying to be a lot more sleek and agile, trying to use all the weaponries, the explosions, the grappling, the unique fight as well that it had, using all these different types of weapons, kind of like the first Predator from the first movie, and all these different skill sets, as well as from like Predator 2 as well, and genuinely hunting the people the way that it did. Was not a fan of the first one. Was like a Hulk villain, just smash, smash, smash. Was beaten by intellect. That's You don't beat a Predator just purely off of intellect. It has to be everything, which is why I enjoyed the second one. The third one was just felt like a Star Wars character. It was very strange. Did not like that one. To be honest, that might be the least liked Predator for me. I did not like that Predator at all. I liked the second one. The Hulk one, not as much, but at least I understand where they got the giant Predator from. That one was just like a copy from somewhere else, and did not like it. And the characters, in the end, I enjoyed the Viking character a lot more. Um, Still, Samurai's number one. Torres is last now because the final act that she did was cool, and now they're setting up Predator, like Killer of Killers 2, obviously. He's like aura forming, like, "Go kill them, my people." Like, it's just so dumb. Predators don't do that. Ah, Shao Kahn Predator. I hated him. Just, he's not a Predator. He's just feels like a Mortal Kombat character that they made a movie out of. Like, genuinely, that's how it feel. That's how it felt. It felt like if Shao Kahn was more of a beast than he was like whatever he is. It just felt like a Shao Kahn dude. I did not like it at all. So yeah, at the end, I enjoyed, to be honest, I would say I enjoyed overall, like probably 70% of the movie. The 30% was really bad though, and just really nonsensical to me, or just like hard to suspend my belief, or immersion breaking things, and just things that are just blatant copies of other things, and it just, you know, and in a way that's not clever or entertaining to me at all. But yeah, I feel like this movie was marketed towards a lot of kids, and that's what I feel like. Yes, it has blood and people getting their arms chopped off, but bro, kids nowadays, the stuff they consume is crazy. So I think this was like preteen, teenager level, and you can definitely see with the bright colors, with the gore, with the characters as well being bits and pieces of what teenagers would be into. The Japanese character being like anime, Torres being like the classical American dude from the old times. I feel like he was more of a connection for the older crowd, for the older audience, to remind them of like the older 90s American action heroes. And then you had the Viking character, which was like more of a rough and tough fighting chick of the modern era. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. Those things that annoy me about it, oh man, I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10 for me. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I was thinking 7, but nah. 6 out of 10. It was not average to the point where I was bored, and it was not below average where I was pissed off or angry, just like, what am I watching? Kind of like Superman 2025 was like in the middle and then went lower as the movie went on. But yeah, this one I enjoyed, so